Let's talk about the chip shortage. Are dealers still giving out deals? The answer is yes. So you're still able to get deals at dealers. It isn't just take their price or leave it. And even though the cars are marked up above MSRP, just keep in mind that this chip shortage is real and that it is going to get harder to get cars moving forward. A lot of the manufacturers are now communicating with dealers and basically letting them know that they're probably not going to get any cars for the rest of the year. Now, some of these dealers you probably feel are taking advantage of the situation because their cars are overpriced, they're priced up. But if the dealer used to sell 300 cars a month or 200 cars a month or 400 cars a month, and now they're stuck possibly with maybe 20 cars to provide per month or no cars. They may only have used cars now on their lots. Unfortunately, that's the reality that we have come to. So a lot of dealers are now looking for cars. If you are possibly able to sell your car to a dealer, now is that time to do such. Or to Carvana or CarMax or CarSense, any of these companies, they're looking for cars now. If you have the luxury to be able to sell a car to them, they're willing to pay for them because truthfully, they know they're not going to have new cars. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, I don't want to pay 5 over or 10 over list. If the dealer is willing to work with you and give a little bit and help you out on price, take it. Yes, there might be dealers that you come across and they might say, hey, listen, our prices are our prices. It is what it is. If there's a particular car you're looking for, it's a special car. I know, for example, with Mazda, they have these carbon edition cars. They were already light to begin with before this mess. So if you're in the market for one of these cars and the dealer has one inbound, ask them, can you leave a deposit? You know, the price is going to be the price on those cars because those cars are special cars. And I'm pretty sure some of the other brands also have special cars. So if you are in the market for them and you are looking for them, keep that in mind. These aren't cars that they normally build a whole bunch of to begin with. And if you're going to get one, again, make sure you ask, can you leave a deposit? If need be, search outside your area. The internet is a great tool to take advantage of for possibly seeing what's in the tri-state area. Go to the manufacturer's website. The manufacturer website will allow for you to look and search for inventory. Okay? A lot of times it will allow you to do up to a 200-mile radius or a 500-mile radius. But do the search if you really have your heart set on a particular car. Make sure you contact the dealer to see if the car is physically in the inventory or is it an inbound vehicle. And again, don't be afraid to leave a deposit because just like you're looking for these cars, you have other Americans looking for these vehicles as well. And the ones who've already done their homework or research on the car, they're just going to buy because they just realize they cannot get these cars. For you, if you're out shopping, try to narrow down your shopping as quickly and as much as possible. Because of the factor of not being able to get a car, I would think would be more disappointing than paying over a list for a vehicle, especially if you live in an area where you absolutely need a car. If it's not a matter of having a new car, definitely look into pre-owned. Now, the pre-owned market has been affected by the new car market, of course. So pre-owned cars are a little bit more expensive as well, but not as expensive as a new car. Also keep in mind, because dealers and places are overpaying for your trade or your car, that means that the selling price on those cars are going to go up as well because they're paying more than the value of what the trade-in value is for the vehicle. Some of them are given market value for the car and then hope that they can sell this vehicle when the time comes. So yes, if you come to a dealer and you see that the used car price is similar to what it was when it was brand new, let's say in 2018 or 2019, that's because the prices of those cars skyrocketed because you can't get those either. They're getting less and less of those cars. if you are coming off lease and you have the option to buy out your lease, it's a steal. Buy out your lease. Okay, it's going to be cheaper than anything you're going to find on the pre-owned market. It's going to be cheaper than any new car that you possibly or might be interested in. And it's definitely going to be better to buy in the long run because the value of the car is so much less than what you would find on any pre-owned market. So keep that in mind. I know this all seems discouraging. It seems scary. Nobody really wants to overpay for a vehicle. But right now, just like the market in the past was in your advantage as a consumer, where the manufacturers were giving tons of rebates or incentives or some kind of special rate to help move the cars, the market now has changed and everything is expensive. It is what it is. The dealers aren't marking the cars up to try to hurt the public or take advantage of the situation. They just need to be able to keep their employees employed and keep their doors open. At the end of the day, if they went from selling 400 cars a month and now they got 20 new cars in stock and maybe 100 used cars, it's a big difference of not having that additional inventory. Plus, the dealers were getting incentives from the manufacturer as well, or some kind of motivation to hit a target number and sell a bunch of cars. Now they're not getting that money from the manufacturer. So the only help you're going to get in buying a new car is going to come straight from the dealer. The dealer is going to be your best friend at this point, and you want to make sure you're being nice to them because at the end of the day, they don't have to discount the cars. They're just as nervous or scared as you are of the fact of not being able to replace their inventory. So if anyone been through what it was like during COVID when the stores ran out of toilet paper and paper towel, you know how frustrating that was for all of us, or certain other goods that we were looking for during those times. This is going to be even more painful. Because like I said, if you live in a part of the country where you definitely need a car, it's not the time to be huffing and puffing of how more expensive this car is. I would rather pay the price for the car and deal with it as it is, but to not have a car could be even more painful. It could be a financial detonation to you if you're not able to get back and forth to work, right? So keep this in mind. Cars are a necessity. It's not like everything else that we shop for shoes, shirts, groceries, things of that nature. We need our automobiles. Most of us, we're in them more often than we are at home or at work. So your car is super important. Take care of your car if you currently have a car. Just don't beat on it, because if it's gone, you're going to be just like everybody else out in the market for a car. Make sure you're driving safely. God help us all. Please do not go all crazy driving in your car, because if you tear up your car, you're going to be in the market for a car. So if you don't have to be in the market, then you're one of the lucky ones. But if you are in the market, or you got a child that's getting ready to get a car because it's that age for them and things of that nature, or you're getting ready to come off lease, do your research ahead of time. Some of my previous videos that I've done was showing you how to shop for a car. Use the manufacturer's website. Build the car on their website. Search for inventory on their website. These are all great tools that you can use on the manufacturer's website to figure out what it is you want and if the car is available. Once you figure out if the car is available by going onto the dealer's website, you can check their inventory, or the manufacturer's website allows for you to search for inventory. Call ahead of time. Make sure you're willing and able to leave a deposit, because you're not the only one looking for a car. And if it's a special car, I promise you, you got other people looking for that vehicle as well. When I say a special car, I mean, like, for example, Mazda has a carbon edition lineup. You know, the Mazda 6, CX-9, CX-5, these cars are already rare to begin with. So in this case, if you're looking for something like that, and you call and the dealer says, hey, I don't have one now, but I have one inbound, they can't give you exact timeline of when the car's gonna come, leave a deposit. Don't debate it within yourself, leave the deposit. Okay? So just understand that what's going on, it's not fun right now for anybody in this situation. And it hopefully at some point, whether it's 2 years from now or 3 years from now, we'll get some relief from this. But just keep in mind, if you are in the market for a car, do your research at home, call ahead of time, be willing to leave a deposit. Dealers are still giving deals at this point to move the cars that they currently have in their inventory. Thank you for watching. I'll keep you updated.